broadcast is live.
All right. So I'm excited. We sound a little bit better. We got the microphone stuff a little bit straightened out. We're still getting there, but it's it's a great bit better. Great bit better.
What's up, Mike Mitchell?
Oh, you know what? Let me put these up here. Okay, got the comment. Can you see the comment section? There's nobody commenting on
I
it
can't,
now,
but I can see. I'm over in private chat, but yeah, there we go.
but
There
okay.
we go.
All
Let's
right.
share. I'm going to share this off to the group of Nitro Antique Mall Facebook pages.
There you go. Good deal.
I'm going to put over the Nerd Singular. I don't like
You have
those.
to lean into your mic a little bit more there,
Oh my
fella.
gosh, this
You gotta get
microphone stuff.
you gotta get intimate with it.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the reason why they don't let me on TV much anymore.
Yeah. Cindy Keeney said now ask your comment so you can see. All right. Can you see Cindy Keeney? The comment.
Yes. Now I shall comment so you can see. Thank you, Cindy.
Okay. So the reason why I was asking that is because I had the comments turned off before. So the the guy I forget his name, the guy with the mask, he couldn't see the comments. So anyway, we are back live at Third Floor Comics in Nitro, West Virginia. And Tim is just coming off his mini con here that he held over the weekend. Well, Saturday anyway. I got there a little bit late. I apologize. I was upset though by the time I got there. Apparently, all the steak, the chicken, the hot dogs, the burgers, and the beer was already gone.
That's right. All this stuff went really fast, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a little bit hurt about that.
Ah, there's always next time. Actually, we had a really good turnout for it. We I didn't get a count on the people that came in the front door or anything like that. Of course, we didn't. Of course, we didn't have doors so much. It's free admission, but I'd say we had at least 300 to 400 people show up for it. It was a fantastic event.
Yeah,
Um, Only two vendors canceled out. One, her tires were bald, so she couldn't make the trip. The other one has they changed his medication, so he had to take the day off. So great event. Everyone came in happy and left happy. Even the
yeah.
city was happy, so I can't complain at all.
Well, if
We're
you
going
make
to
the
do it
city
again.
happy, everybody's happy.
I love it when everybody's happy. It's so infrequent that everybody's happy. But in this case, everybody was happy.
Hey, Jody and um, says what's up. What's up, Jody? Andrew says what's up, guys. What's up, guys? Hey, don't forget to drop your email address in the comment section. Here a little bit later, we're going to do some He-Man Masters of the Universe trivia, and we're going to give away. Let me pull it up again for those guys that didn't see it last week. Let me pull this up here real quick. Where is it at? Where
In the
is it
meantime,
at?
while Melvin's looking for that, I still have to ship out the winner of the Blade contest. If you're listening, I'm just behind schedule, so I'll get it out soon.
He's going to get that out. I promise. And if he doesn't, then he'll send you 30 boxes of steakums
Steakums, wow.
as
And
as compensation for not getting it out. 30 boxes of steakums. But
Andrew Hibbert says Saturday was fantastic. Had a blast. I went in on the next one. Absolutely, Andy. I'm thinking next one would be probably late summer, early fall. I've already started talking to the city about it a little bit, so already get the wheels in motion.
good deal. Good deal. You got to let me know ahead of time. That way I can take that day
Take the
off
day
and
off.
yeah, I can get out here and actually see some of the. I got to see some of the vendors, but a lot of them had already gone by the time that I
Yeah,
got here. So I was really interested to see what other people, because I see what's here in your store, but I wanted to see what other people had to offer, because a lot of times
oh yeah.
people.
Here's an amazing thing that happened Saturday. I mean, absolutely amazing. Okay, it's a small con. There's 20 vendors. It's a small get together. Really, it's not what you call a major con whatsoever, even by any standard. But someone brought in a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15. For those of you who don't know, that's the first appearance of Spider-Man in comic books. It is the holy grail of modern comic books. Aside from maybe the first appearance of Batman and the first appearance of Superman, it is the most sought after book ever. and I didn't get a chance to see it, but he approached one of our vendors with it, had it inside of just a glass case, so that his dad had left him a bunch of books, and this was one of them, and wanted to know if it was worth anything at all. And I think Andy got a chance to look at it. The gentleman that looked at it said it's probably a solid 3.5, maybe a 4, which puts it in the $30,000 range. And the guy was just walk around with it like it was just a spare part for his car.
Now,
Or, a
let
shadow
me
box.
let me ask you this, because I don't know much about grading. When you say 3.5 or 4, is that out of 5 or is that out of 10?
That's out of 10.
Okay, it's out of 10.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
and you
out of
said
10.
even at that, it was like about 30,000.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, a 3.5 is going to have the cover's going to be attached. It's going to have a couple maybe like collar breaks on the cover. Yeah. No
Wow.
kidding, Andy. I haven't seen anything like that happen actually since the guy brought the first appearance of Iron Man to a con I was at a while back. And that con was probably twice as big as mine was. But absolutely insane. It's just it's one of those holy grails. Matter of fact, the guy beside of him had a coverless copy of Spider-Man 1. Look what I got. Look what I got. Nothing against Speedy, but he goes, that's a hard book to find in any. I mean, coverless copy of Spider-Man 1 still $1,500 easy. And then this guy pops out that Amazing Fantasy 15, which is just like a bam, bam.
Wow.
Andy says he held it and angels started singing, no doubt.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that
I,
was like the boo of the whole
yeah.
show right there.
Did anybody get a picture with it or?
Yeah, one of the vendors took a picture of it. He started sharing it on the on one of the Facebook groups. It's already started floating around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. I noticed that I know that you and your son sold a lot of pops.
oh yeah, pops are a big thing. Pops are great because Chilton got a picture of the Amazing Fantasy. Pops are great because they're easy to pack up. Everyone loves them. They're easy to sell. So
Yeah, I like them. I think they're cool. I um when I look at yours,
mm,
I was like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. And plus, too, they get kind of creative with it and do different things with it. And I think
oh
the
yeah,
pops are really cool. There's a lot of people collect them. A lot of people like them.
oh yeah.
A
We had
lot
a
of
guy come
people
in
don't
the
like.
store here a while back. He brought in like 800 pops. It is a huge collection. He just kept bringing them in, kept bringing them in. And I was like, so how long have you been collecting? And I expected him to tell me, years. About 2 months. I was like, well, why are you selling them for? He goes, man, because I got into it. He got real big into this. I absolutely loved them. But I forgot to put money back for my rent. So he had to sell his pop collection in order to pay his rent.
Oh goodness. We know stuff like that. I guess the pops, as far as the collect appeal to
Yeah.
it, would probably be on the same level as like Beanie Babies 20 something years ago.
They're compared to Beanie Babies quite a bit. I mean, quite a bit. And the big difference, I think, between Pops and Beanie Babies is Beanie Babies focused on cuteness. They did a little bit of merchandising and a little bit of licensing. You had the baseball Beanie Babies. You had a few along those lines, but they didn't keep pushing it. They didn't keep pushing the envelope for more merchandising. I'm sorry.
Right.
What the good thing that the Pop line has done is they're always seeking out new licensing. You know, they're always bringing in obscure stuff. They brought in the Saga comic book line, which is a great comic book line, but it's not a really popular comic book line. But their Friends line, they're always looking for whatever kind of merchandising they can or any kind of licensing that they can do to make it appeal to the biggest and broadest market as possible. So, I mean, I think as far as longevity goes, I think Pop's going to really outlast. I don't think it's going to be a big bubble like with the Beanie Baby bubble. I think the Pops are really going to be there. I think they've solidified themselves as a cornerstone of collecting.
Yeah, I mean, well, just the licensing alone
Oh yeah,
is big. I mean, they've got everything from what Marvel, DC, movies, WWE. They got many different things on there. I mean, Andrew said,
this is a great story by Andrew Hibbard. He says I sold the crap out of some comics, but still have my Ghost Rider 1. I had a girly, he's being a guy, had a guy buy my reprint Star Wars #1 that that I had a kid's name scribbled on it, and it turned out he was that kid. So I sold him his comic
Wow.
book back to him. Small world, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, that's
That's great.
crazy. That's great. Well, that's always kind of cool
Yeah,
when you can go back. I mean, because you hear stories about people going back and buying their first car back or something like that,
yeah,
and they actually go back and be able to get a comic that you once sold. Be
that's
kind of
pretty
cool.
cool. Closest
Yeah.
thing I've had to that is I bought a bunch of Superman comic books at an auction a while back, and it was all late '50s, early '60s stuff. And the gentleman that had them had just passed away, and I guess as a kid he wrote his name on every one of them. Well, I had a bunch of state cops come here and start the regular customers, and they're looking at him. They recognize the name. It was a judge that they dealt with on a regular basis. They were the books that belonged to him as a child, and I
Wow.
guess it was a guy they had a lot of respect for. So a lot of the state cops ended up buying those comics up just so they could have a piece of their former friend's
Sure.
childhood like that. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a neat story.
Yeah. I mean, I often I was laughing at myself because I was downstairs earlier, and you've got a rotary phone that was part of like some hotel. I can't remember what it was.
Mhm.
I got to looking at it, and through my mind, I kept thinking, I wonder how many, not just people, but, maybe somebody of importance or something have used this phone.
Mhm.
And you see when you see stuff like that, what goes through my mind anyway is the stories and who first got it and and all that other stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's cool to look at something and kind of be imaginative and wonder
Oh
where it
yeah.
came from.
Some of the best things that I've got in the store aren't really the most expensive things, but it's the things like scrapbooks
Hmm.
or books that have little notes written inside of them. And I think that's is a great piece of history that you can't go to a box store and find anything like that. It's just you have to go to an antique type store in order to find those little pieces of history.
Sure.
I picked up a book collection one time, just old novels from late 1800s to early 1900s. And what made it so neat was two women that had been lifelong friends, and every year for birthdays and holidays they sent each other a book, and they'd write the date and a little inscription inside of each one of them. So it's kind of a neat piece of history, from 1910 or something like that. Here's how's life going
Hold on. You,
basically.
you said they were writing each other back and forth.
Yeah, they write
Wow.
like a little note inside of it along with the date, and just like a little hello. Here's a book I liked. Hope you enjoy it, basically.
Wow.
So it's kind of I love stuff like that. Or old scrapbooks from local high schools. Those are great finds too, because you know kids don't do scrapbooks now. Not as much. I'm sure some kids do, but not like they did back in the '50s and '60s.
Well, they have Instagram.
Oh yeah, they have Instagram now. So,
Right,
but
they have
seeing
Instagram.
back before then, they'd have a loose leaf booklet, and they'd have like their prom flower, it's wrapped up in a bag and pasted to it, or
Hmm.
little mementos from the past, a matchbook, a pack of gum, a little story, photos from their favorite magazine, stuff like that. And that's just a slice of history that Instagram and Facebook have kind of taken the place of, but will never
Sure.
fully replace.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I figured kids' time capsules today they would be them burying their cell phones.
yeah,
Yeah, guys. Don't forget that a little bit later we're going to have the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe trivia. We're going to give away. Let me pull up these figures again here. Hold on.
so speaking of He-Man, these are the new He-Man toys out right now, right?
Correct. Yeah, this
Ah,
is the retro. This is the retro play is what they call it, and this is the new He-Man and the new Battle Cat. And what we're going to do, we need two or three people to drop their emails here in the comment section. We'll pick you out and we'll do some He-Man trivia. We'll do something like, obviously, I put this as a joke, but you got two choices. You can do a question here. You know, does He-Man? Obviously, I'm not going to ask this question, but I'm just using it as an example. Does He-Man wear
that's
underwear and socks?
that's a very good question.
It honestly, it is a very good question. I'm sure his feet were pretty banged up if he didn't wear socks in those boots. They kind of look like Uggs. I don't think they were Timberlands or Caterpillars or anything. But yeah, I'm sure. And also to let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it here. So you can do a question, or we'll ask you the name of this figure. Obviously, this figure here is Battle. Battle Scar He-Man or Battle Armor, whichever you prefer.
Punch him in the
Battle Armor
chest.
He-Man.
Punch him in the chest. Yeah,
My favorite He-Man figure, by the way, was Thunder Punch He-Man.
it's like that one.
Had the caps in the back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We had the caps in the back. Yeah. So be sure to drop your email here in the comment section. We'll bring a couple people on, and we'll we'll have them come on and be live with us and have a little fun, have a little trivia along with it.
I've always told everyone at Ask, what your favorite toys were growing up, and a lot of customers come in. It's always Transformers or He-Man. I never got into He-Man for that much for whatever reason. It was just always, I think I was just a little old for it,
Hmm.
but I still, I'd go to my cousin's house. I play with his constantly, but I was like too old to really say, "Oh, I want those." I was like, "They're
Yeah,
cool. I don't want them, but I'll play with them later."
you were probably more along the lines of the 12-inch
Dude, I was
GI Joes.
little green army men is what I was. The little plastic guys that are like yay big, like
I
4 inches
I had
tall.
some of those.
I was all about those things and shooting them up with BB guns, and I was pretty destructive. So
I actually had those little green army men. I don't know if they make those anymore. The earliest toys that I can remember that I had as a kid, and this is predating, Joes and things,
mm,
He-Man and Transformers. When I remember very well in second grade, I had army men
mhm.
and I had Tonka trucks, and Tonka trucks were big, at least to me anyway. As a kid, I had army men and Tonka trucks, and very little anything else. But I remember those playing with those in second grade, and it was just awesome. Cindy says his favorites were her X-Men toy.
X-Men toys. And Kobe
Yeah,
Cooper says, "What's up, guys?" Kobe's just in this morning, dropped off some Pokemon cards on trade. So what's up, Kobe?
what's going on, Kobe?
Yeah, somehow. And I've talked to discussed this with a few people in the past. They always, again, your favorite toys, and I've talked to the other guys in the old podcast about it. They all Star Wars, Joe, stuff like that. For whatever reason, I never got into any of the big major toy lines. I had a few Migos, love the Migos, Spider-Mans, and stuff like that, and the Batmobiles. But it was always just the really simple plastic models and plastic army men. Might be why I've started a toy store, so I can go back and capture all the stuff that I wanted to have as a kid and never really had.
Well, you probably come here sometimes by yourself, and you just touch stuff
Man,
and,
it's
and
like I
smell
live
it.
here. Yeah,
You smell it and touch it and say, "I remember you."
yeah. Well, I'd show you the film, but I can't show it on
Oh, yeah.
can't show it on live or anything.
No, I don't want to see the film.
Patrick King says GI Joe and Thundercats. Thundercats. Man. Yeah, I bought into both those animated features on film on TV. I bought into both those thinking it's not a cartoon, it's an animated feature film, animated event. And I remember sitting down in front of the TV to watch them both. Got suckered into it because think this isn't just a cartoon for kids. This is an animated feature. This is important. This is bigger than Bugs Bunny.
Right. Well, you
What?
use the word feature, so
What BS? Man, they were just cartoons trying to sell me a toy.
right. They use the word feature, so it's got to be big.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be big for feature. It's got to be big. Hey, we were talking a little bit earlier before we went live, and because I want to take some time here just to see. We'll talk about He-Man and everything a little bit later. But Kobe says off topics. How about the new Zack Snyder movie on Netflix, Army of the Dead? I haven't seen it yet. It does star
Haven't seen it.
Batista. It does star Dave Batista. I haven't seen.
Really?
I'm not a big Drax from Guardians
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
Galaxy. I'm not a big zombie guy. There is some of it that I've
Mhm.
seen before. I mean, Zombieland's cool. I like Zombieland. I will check that out though, just because it does have Dave Batista in it. I'm a WWE guy, and of course, I'm a
Mhm.
Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy guy, so I like Dave Batista a lot. Which, by the way, Batista said that after the third installment of Guardians of the Galaxy, that he's done
I heard that.
playing Drax. But did you see why he said it? Why he
I
chose?
remember reading it, but it didn't stick. So
He said that I think he's 52 right now, and he says he's tired of taking his shirt off because he of course he plays Drax. Of course he's painted, but he's
mhm.
shirtless. And I guess he's in his 50s. By the time the movie comes out, he'll probably be 53 or 54. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to play roles anymore where he has to take his shirt off, and I guess those days are behind him.
So he's maturing as an actor. He's trying to expand his artistic range.
I guess is what he's trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think he realized that The Rock Dwayne Johnson took quite some time to actually become a real. I don't want to use the word real, but you know what I mean. An actual a
Well,
good
you
actor.
know.
Because if you go back and you watch The Mummy Returns,
Mm,
he wasn't.
wasn't good.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of lines. I mean, but
Well, it's like watching Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first Conan. He's got very, very few lines.
it's brutal.
I still love that movie though.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite.
Kobe. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Eternals actually here in just a minute. We're going to talk about that. Cindy says, "I wonder if he would have keep doing it if they just put his shirt on Drax." Well,
That's a good
he
idea.
he also said too. He also said that he's he says he wished they would have gone and like done more of a backstory on Drax, and because, well, obviously they haven't, but he says he wishes they would have done that. I mean, but
Well, you know, in the comics, Drax was engineered to defeat Thanos,
mhm,
and then, of course they got away from that completely in the movies. You know, the Drax character in the movies can't hold a candle physically to Thanos whatsoever.
no,
But in the comic book storyline or comic book mythos, I guess, he can stand. He can pretty much go toe to toe with Thanos.
mhm.
So, which I think we need actually to see them do a. I mean, speaking of that, I mean, if they wanted to expand the Drax universe in the MCU, do a short four episode show on Disney for it. I think it'd be a
Yeah.
great backstory.
I mean, he is. I mean, I like his character a lot.
Mhm.
Obviously, I like Batista, but I think you're right. I think they could do a short story on Disney Plus about Drax, and people will watch it. I'd watch
Now, you want to know how much of a wrestling fan I'm not.
it. How much is that?
So when the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was first being cast, there's a couple guys up here talking today about how they had cast Batista to be Drax,
Mhm.
and the only Batista I could think of was the character Batista on Dexter,
Uh,
the guy with the Cuban heritage that's the detective. And I
mhm.
thought I just don't see that guy being Drax the Destroyer unless he's going to really bulk up a lot.
To be fair, Dave Batista didn't get big in the WWE. I think he was already like in his 30s,
Uh,
so he came along after Stone Cold and The Rock and all those guys, and he so he's still relatively young to the
mhm.
to the wrestling world. I mean, but yeah, so you wouldn't have known who he was just because of that. But
Yeah.
he can. He's not a terrible actor by any means. He's
No,
just
he's not
not.
bad.
I'll put it to you like this: when at least now, when I'm watching Dwayne Johnson,
Mm.
I'm watching Dwayne Johnson play a character. I believe the character. I don't see Dwayne Johnson when he's playing a character.
Mm.
Before, when he first started acting, all I saw was The Rock.
Hmm.
I didn't see the character at all. I didn't see the character. And but now I don't see The Rock or Dwayne Johnson. I just see whatever character it is. I don't think Batista, other than Drax, because really Drax has lines, but it's not like he can be a Quill or
Mm.
he's not on the same level as anybody else.
The lines are kind of tailored toward his abilities.
Yes, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right, and I think that probably kind of bothers him. You know, if you have you seen Hotel Artemis
No, haven't seen it yet.
with Jodie Foster, and
Mm.
it it has oh, Jeff Goldblum in it,
Yeah.
and it has Batista. Batista is like this nurse. Hotel Artemis, Jodie Foster runs this hotel
Hmm.
for criminals. You go, you get stabbed, you get shot, you come to her.
It's like the hotel from the John Wick movies.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
she keeps you safe and she sews you up and blah 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 blah, and you pay her or whatever. And he's a nurse in the movie. The movie in my mind had so much potential. Now, if I go back and watch it now, I mean, it didn't do the way that I wanted it to do. But when you watched him in Hotel Artemis, at least for me, he was Batista, and he wasn't that character.
Hmm.
So he's still got a good ways to go. I mean, I couldn't even finish the movie. He was in the movie where he was a police officer, and the little girl was.
Yeah, I've seen the previews for that. It looks very. The Rock did a movie like it's like every time they have a physically large star that a wrestler type person that's going to move into acting,
Mhm.
or a sports type figure that's moving into acting. It seems like they always have that movie. The
Yeah.
Rock had that same movie where he had to raise some little a daughter they didn't know he had. I mean, they all have that movie somehow.
Didn't Hogan have a movie
I think
where
Hogan
he
did
was
it.
didn't he didn't he wore like the tutu or something? I don't know. I think The Rock did that too, but I think Hogan had a movie where it was pretty much a kids movie.
Had to go back and tell Jesse about Rhinestone. Remember that one with Sly Stallone, with Sylvester Stallone and Dolly Parton?
No.
No, it's awful. You need to go back and watch it. It's awful. she, it's Stallone. It's after Rocky. I think it's right after Rocky 1 when he started getting a lot of different roles. And I think he's trying to push his way out of the I'm just a boxer, I'm just a thug kind of actor.
Yeah, trying to be diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, and he took this role. It's a comedy. She's a country western song singer, famous singer, and she makes a bet with someone that she can teach anybody to become a country western star. And so the guy picks in a bar and he picks that Rocky, and there he is. You know, well, so Stallone, you can't teach him how to sing.
And you said this was with Dolly Parton.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
she teaches him how to become a rhinestone kind of star,
oh, a cowboy like a rhinestone cowboy. Yeah.
like a Drinkenstein. Okay.
Oh man. Well, of course, Schwarzenegger had a Kindergarten Cop, which honestly, I like Kindergarten Cop. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny, and he, yes, the nanny,
Yeah.
Jason Crowder. Yes, the nanny, Hulk Hogan. That's right. That's what it was. The nanny. No, I like Kindergarten Cop, and honestly, in Kindergarten Cop, I didn't think of Arnold being Arnold. I just saw him playing John Kimball.
It's kind of like Vin Diesel. For me, every movie Vin Diesel's in, he's Vin Diesel as that character. I can't see any, and I love the Fast and Furious movies. They're some of my favorite movies to watch ever. It's hot rod porn, really. I mean, I can't get enough of it. And but you got to take it for what it is, But everything he's in, he's just Vin Diesel.
And then he drops the pacifier.
Yeah, I mean, I want to watch Bloodshot, but I don't want to watch Vin Diesel as Bloodshot, or Bloodshot as Vin Diesel is what it would be.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm sure you'll be heading to the theaters for Fast 9.
probably.
Yeah,
I can't wait really.
you know what was good, and I don't know if you've seen it. What was good was the spinoff with Jason Statham and The Rock. I can't remember what it was. Hobbs and Shaw.
I love that movie.
I thought it was good. The only issue I had with it is I felt it drug on a little bit long.
Yeah. How do I share a screen?
You should
Share.
see if you look down underneath us on the screen, it'll say it should say you see where it
Yeah,
says
got it.
share.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I found a picture of Stallone and Dolly Parton.
No, by all means.
Rhinestone.
Let me
Cancel.
let me do this right here, so that it'll be on the whole screen. Go ahead.
No, that's not it. Is that it right there? I can't tell.
No, I don't see it.
Uh,
It should when you click on it, it should say it should give you options like Chrome tab or
window, entire screen. I have to work on that, guys. Never mind. I'll work on that later.
we'll, we'll we'll figure that out after. But
Technical
now you hit
difficulty there.
share, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and it could be an option for like Chrome tab or like a file.
It gave option to share screen or entire screen or window. I'll work on it later. It's no
Okay.
big deal.
We'll get you figured out.
Or y'all can just do a Google for Stallone and Dolly Parton. You'll find it for yourself.
Tim has tools, but he's never played with his tools.
That's exactly it.
He's never played with
Wow.
his tools. Let
Kobe
me.
says, "It's not a tumor." Yeah, Kindergarten Cop is the best. We got Cindy says Vin's best acting is as Groot. That's probably not false. Kobe Cooper says Bloodshot was actually good, and Cindy Sarkany says Hobbs and Shaw was great, and it was in fact a great film. I think not
Yeah,
Oscar worthy, but definitely a fun film to watch.
yeah. I actually liked Hobbs and Shaw. I need to get that. I don't even like to use the word old school. I say I'm a normal person who still buys DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm not going to say old school. I'm a
Mhm.
normal person who buys DVDs and Blu-rays. I get it, all you digital download people,
How
but
do those work anyway? They
you
spin real fast, and
you people, you people with your technology. That's what it is. You people with your technology, guys. Don't forget. Let me pull it back up here. Don't forget that here just a little bit later, we're gonna do the He-Man Masters of the Universe giveaway here. Let me pull that up on the screen.
oh,
Those are
Melvin's
from
got.
the He-Man retro play that you can find out now. We're gonna give those away. We're gonna do some He-Man trivia. You can take a question. You can take a figure. That way, all I gotta do is drop your email in the comment section, and we'll invite you on to do some live trivia. We'd like to get a couple people to do it. We got one guy to do it last time, and that was awesome. Good guy, great guy. I'm surprised he's not here right now.
Yeah. And we haven't forgot about the X Files giveaway either. We boosted the last video. It boost just ended, I believe, Tuesday. Well, I think it ended Sunday or Monday, and we haven't had a chance to really go back yet and check the number of shares. As soon as we get that done, we will definitely give that X Files print away to somebody.
You
I'm
know,
slacking.
you are slacking. I
I'm
told you to.
slacking.
I told you you needed to get you a secretary. So if the Tim is paying secretaries, man, woman, or child, $25 an hour to go behind them and clean up and ship
Ooh,
stuff out and
ooh, man, that is incorrect. We are paying in comic books, so
there
and
you go.
mystery blind boxes. So
Mystery mystery blind boxes. Let me close that out here. Hey, we were talking earlier about this day in history. It is March 25th,
mhm.
and I'm not going to embarrass you and tell
I
them
had
that
no idea. I mean, I
it's
just bought a whole carload of this stuff today, and I had no idea. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm so sorry.
wait, you know what? Let me pull this up here. Hold on, let me do that there. So today is March 25th, and we got a couple of things going on for this day in history. We'll keep the let me close this. This keeps opening up. No, I don't want that.
I'm glad to see Melvin's having technical difficulties as well.
Hey, I just can't read, and there's X's and stuff on my screen. X's and X's and X's and X's.
Man,
Where is it? Right. Oh yes, let me pull this out here. All right, so this day in history, May 25th, inventions in science. Let's see. I don't want that one. Don't want that one. This page is like pop up after pop up after pop up.
yes,
Where
this day,
was
May 25th of a prior year, not March, May.
May? I can't see. I can't even read right. Here we go. Read more. That's why. Read more. All right. May 25th, 1994, Pennsylvania man buried with his beloved Corvette. Well, May 25th, 1994, the ashes of a 71-year-old George Swanson are buried according to Swanson's request. I would hope so. In the driver's seat of his 1984 white Corvette in Irwin, Pennsylvania. Swanson, the beer, excuse me, Swanson, a beer distributor and former U.S. Army sergeant during World War II, died the previous March 30th, first at the age of 71. He reportedly been he had been reportedly planning his automobile burial for some time, buying 12 burial plots at Brush Creek Cemetery, located 25 miles east of Pittsburgh. Tim, if there's anything uh, other than a loved one that you could be a material item that you could be buried with, what would it be?
Material item that can be buried with.
Yes.
I'm actually have instructions to uh, um, not be buried, just to be uh, burn up, what's cremated.
Well,
Yeah.
but okay, well, cremated, but maybe like a nice, I don't know. Uh, when I say this, I don't mean this as a joke. It's just going to rhyme because it's the way that I'm saying it. A nice cremation station
Ah,
where I say that not as a joke, it just happened to rhyme. A nice cremation station where you could have your urn and maybe something like a possession,
uh,
like all in one. Like this is
I don't have any possessions. I really hold that close to me. Everything I have is eventually for sale. So,
wow.
but I have a couple things in the store that I'll hold on to forever. But I'm not going to get buried in them. But I do have very specific instructions as far as when I die. I do want to be cremated, and I want to be put in a urn, I guess, or a spread. But I do want a headstone. But I want it to be one of those really gothic-looking, very scary headstones that scares the shit out of little kids when they walk by it.
Okay.
Something that glows in the dark, something with shifty eyes, or anything that just scares bejeebies out of somebody.
Well, I mean, okay, your urn is what I'm saying. Your
Yeah.
urn can it be fashionable? Can it be like a favorite television show? Maybe you were a fan of the Rifleman when you were a kid, and you have it decked out as the Rifleman.
I guess I'd pick something, probably a '66 Batmobile,
Okay.
a little
I,
small one, about yay big. Yeah.
I was thinking something like Leave It to Beaver or around the urn or maybe
Leave to Be. Wow, that's up. Leave. Did you ever watch Leave to
I,
Beaver?
I did I did.
Eddie Haskell's my favorite.
You have to realize, even though you got me by a couple of years, you have to realize Patrick King said it's cheaper than a casket. Yeah. Um, you have to realize that even though you got me by a couple of years, the fact of the matter is
Uh,
in the 80s, uh, leading up to the late 80s, the reruns were from the
oh yeah.
60s and the 70s. So I, despite the fact a couple years of age difference, I actually grew up watching shows reruns of,
Yeah.
the Munsters and Leave It to Beaver and the Mary Tyler Moore Show and things like that. So all that stuff I had to watch because the reruns that were really like our kids wouldn't even our regular primetime television shows
Mm,
aren't even reruns for our kids.
yeah.
Like your son, there is no reruns from the 80s. He wouldn't know what
No.
Growing Pains was if it bit him
No.
on the neck.
He watches stuff like. Of course, kids today they don't watch reruns. No one watches reruns on network TV. They stream everything. Yeah. Jake's watched the series of Friends like 7 times now. He loves it, but he just keeps watching shows from the '90s a lot.
Yeah.
New Girl.
Hey, I,
Yeah,
I, I like New Girl
New Girl's a
now.
good one. Speaking of ashes and cremation, though, um, I bought a storage unit out here a while back, and as I was going through it, I found a box of ashes,
Oh wow.
and there's no name on it. It came in a New York Giants toboggan. Was over top of it. When I picked it up, it's like, holy shit, there's ashes.
And was it in an urn?
No, it's in the generic black plastic box they give you when you don't buy an urn.
Okay. Okay.
And I have no idea who it is, or I can't. I don't even remember who the storage building belonged to at this point. So I have just a box of anonymous ashes.
Oh wow.
So what I've been kicking around the idea about doing is I have a creepy room downstairs for our obscurities, and the ashes are down there right now. But I'm thinking about getting a concrete mold of like a skull. I have a concrete mold of a tiki, and mixing the ashes in with the concrete and making genuine human ash yard ornaments of some sort.
That's pretty creepy. That's pretty scary. And the sad thing about that is you could tell that you've thought this out. Either you've thought it out or you've got one of the most creative genius minds of on the spot. I just made this
No,
up.
I've thought this out quite a bit.
I can tell. I can tell that you think you thought this out. Kobe Cooper says kids today wouldn't know a good show if it hit them in the face. Kids today they like what's that dumbass show that it's been on forever, just different variations of the show, different hosts. Wipeout. Kids like stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Wipeout, seeing people hit the thing and fall in the water. Or
I thought you were going to say Clarence.
no,
George Clinton. Oh God. Kobe says that like he's like an 80-year-old man. You know, Kobe's like 20. So
he's 22 or 23, something like that. But still,
hey,
his
the floor is lava was a great show. I can't wait till season 2.
yeah, you got me. I don't even know. Let me get through this real quick. 19 this day in history, May, I said March, May 25th, 1935, Babe Ruth hits his last home run.
And
And
he polished that off with a beer and a cigar, I think.
he probably did, and probably Miss Kitty sent him upstairs for a nice time with a nice young lady. 1961, May 25th, JFK asked Congress to support the space program. I like that. That's why I like
That's pretty
JFK,
cool.
because aliens are here and they're coming.
Yeah, have you noticed the alien comments on mainstream news is becoming more and more common?
Yeah, I mean because
Um,
of well, because of things like the Freedom of Information Act. You have the government slowly releasing things too, and plus you can only have so many people that are in the special Marines, Navy, Army, etc. that can hold their tongues about what they see.
yeah, it's the truth is out there, and
Sure, I mean,
it will come available whether they want to or not. It will show
absolutely,
itself.
absolutely. I could be one right now. I mean,
You
you
could be a
don't know.
lizard person.
My name, it couldn't be Melvin. My name might be.
You could be like Robert England. Just swallow the rat. I'll pay you right now to show me the rat swallowing trick.
I could be like Species. What was it, Rebecca Romaine? I could be
Yeah.
the male version of Rebecca Romaine, Species, and do that. 1975, the grizzly bear is classified as a threatened species.
Hmm.
There was one here. Hold on, I don't want to do that one time. The Chinese 1977, because of the Cold War, the Chinese government removes the ban on Shakespeare. Now
Really?
there was a big one though, and I'm still disappointed that let me pull this back up there. I'm still disappointed that Tim didn't know. He had
Yeah.
to look it up.
I'm a slacker.
He's a slacker. He had to look it up. All right, so the big one though, as far as entertainment purposes go, May 25th. Let me find it here.
To be fair, I wasn't really that old at that point.
He's got excuses now. May 25th, 1977. Star Wars Episode 4.
Look
A
how
New
young he
Hope
is there.
arrives in theaters. A New Hope arrives in theaters. May 25th, 1977. What used to always trip me out about Star Wars as a kid is that when you see the titles for A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and as a kid, like, well, if it's the first movie, why the hell is it titled Episode
Episode
4?
4?
Yeah. And then of course, there's always that adult that comes by and says, "Hey, it's because there are 3 books leading up to that." Now, even still to this day, I'm not a reader. I'm one of those people. There are people who enjoyed the book much better
Mhm.
than a movie, and there are people like myself that are lazy. They don't want to read all that. Just put it in film, and I'd rather watch it that way.
Hey, we got our first
Oh, my
email.
buddy Chris Bow. I've known Chris Bow since I was a little lad. And Chris, we're going to talk about that here in a minute, Chris. And if nobody else comes, then we're going to drill you with some He-Man trivia, and we'll find a way to get that to you. So, Chris, just bear with us. Give us here just a few minutes. We'll bring you on. All I ask, Chris, is that you don't have any loud noise in the background. No kids screaming. Nobody getting murdered or anything like that. No grass cutting, bricklaying. I don't know. Chris plays the guitar, so he might he might play us a. He plays a good song.
Sweet.
Plays a good song. So, Chris,
Back to
we'll
Star
bring
Wars.
you on here in just a few minutes, buddy.
There's a good book on the history of Star Wars titled, I think it's the unauthorized history of Star Wars, and it fills you in on a lot of the backstory that that you've always kind of heard as rumors, whatever.
Hmm.
But it gives a good history of Lucas from the time he started making film, actually from his childhood up through just after Jedi, I think. But it's a great read because like question like why are they starting on episode 4? Well, it tells you, explains in the book why he starts on episode 4 versus episode 1.
See, that's something I never knew. I never knew that. Let me tell Chris this real quick. We got Jake's out too. Chris, if you're not far from home, what I'll do because I feel bad. I'm not a big texter and driver and all that stuff. I'm a very careful person, so I wouldn't want you doing this while you're actually driving in your car. So let me know how long it takes you to get home, and if it's just a couple minutes, then we can wait. We'll be okay. If that's okay with Tim,
Yeah.
you're good. And we got Jake Stout too. He's going to. So I really it'd be cool if we got both of you guys on at the same time. So Chris, if you're not far away from your house, we'll give you a couple minutes to get home, and then we'll bring you and Jake and whoever else may be um, on as well. Because you're going to be live with us, by the way. So, Chris will park. Okay, Chris will park. Good
Some
deal. Chris,
dedication right there.
I tell you what, Chris, when you park, let me know when you park, and then we'll pull you and Jake on, and we'll get some trivia going on with some He-Man Masters of the Universe. Let me know when you park, Chris. But Tim, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were talking about why he chose episode 4 to start out.
I mean, I don't remember exact reasons. It's something about it was he wanted the films to be like have the feel of old serials from the 30s and 40s and 50s. The you'd have like before the main feature, you'd have a little short feature in front of the main film called a serial.
Oh, I didn't know
It'd be
that.
like a 10-minute movie.
Mhm.
And it was basically set up like a Sunday, like a daily cartoon strip. You don't get just one snippet of the story. So he's kind of paying homage back to the old serial films. So he didn't want to start the story out at the very beginning. He wanted to start out right in the middle. It's kind
I
of
got
neat.
you. It's kind of, well, if you think about it, I mean, yeah, texting and driving are safe now that the mask mandate is over. It's kind of the same thing as like now that Disney Plus is rolling,
Mm.
and they've got the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and they've got WandaVision. So when people go and they see, let's say, like when Black Widow comes out,
Mhm.
they may notice stuff. They may notice stuff in Black Widow. If you didn't see the Falcon and Winter Soldier, you may miss something that's in Black Widow. Vice
Oh
versa.
yeah,
If you watch the new Doctor Strange, you may miss something because you didn't watch WandaVision. It's kind of one of those deals.
yeah.
This is the new Kobe says the new High Republic comic series is one of my favorite Star Wars comics. I think he's been getting those from you, hadn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't had a chance to read that yet, but I hear a lot of the new Star Wars stuff is really on point. I was lucky enough to picked up a couple of nice looking Star Wars books last week. So
Again, I think comic books really were the only thing I was ever really, as far as reading goes, because I didn't always have the money to purchase them. There were a lot of times I try my best to keep up like with certain storylines, but it's tough, because you might a 7-Eleven might only get like one or two of those comics, and what there's another kid in your neighborhood that
yeah,
comes along and he's getting it, and you're like, God dog it. So it's kind of one of those deals.
they're about the only thing I can read these days. My attention span, the older I get, the shorter my attention span is. So it's really hard for me to sit down and actually read a novel these days. But I can sit down and read a comic book pretty quick, and right
Yeah.
between
Well, I mean, a comic book's what, 20 pages?
about that plus
About
or
that,
minus.
yeah. 20
Usually,
pages.
usually if I can squeeze in by the time I sit down and the time I'm flush, I'm pretty good.
And plus, you've got the caption bubbles and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send the email invites to Jake and Chris. Chris said he's going to park.
All right.
So we'll bring Jake and Chris on. Give me just a second, guys, and I will send you. Tim. You have to read those out to me.
Where are
Hold
they?
on a second.
Okay.
What is Chris's email address? If you don't care.
Chris's email is Christopher underscore Bo E Bo with an E
Yeah, Christopher Bow. Hold on one second.
at
For underscore Bow.
underscore Bo at Hotmail. I like that. He's a throwback to Hotmail. I'm with you. So use my Hotmail.
Is it Hotmail or Hotmail.com or
Hotmail.com.
Hotmail.com. Christopher_Bo at Hotmail.com. That sounds hot and juicy.
When Hotmail first came out, I was really reluctant to sign up for a Hotmail account because I thought that Hotmail is some sort of like online dating kind of thing.
It's stupid.
Shied away from it for a long time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Hotmail's a dating thing.
I was a little slow in the 90s.
If you read me Jake's email.
It is jakestout101 at yahoo.com.
I'd have an E on it.
No. STOUT.
Did Jake Stout what?
101
Mm-hmm.
at yahoo.com. Kobe, might as well jump in. You might guess the right answer. You never know.
Kobe, jump on Kobe, and if not, if you're at home, don't, and your dad's there, don't have your dad cheat for you. All right, so I sent Jake and I sent Chris the links for that. I'm gonna pull this up, by the way, but I can hear them ding. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not. I can hear them ding whenever they log on. So yeah, it's a ding. Whenever they get on, remind me to turn the comments off so they can see the comments. That way they can't cheat. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see them, but I'll read them for you. I don't have a magic one. I don't have a magic one.
Fair, Melvin. I want to see too.
But I do have while we're waiting on them. All right. So this is a story from, let me pull this up. Entertainment Weekly, I believe is what it is. About the new Masters of the Universe. Master of the Universe Revelation unleashes the power with the first look at Kevin Smith's series. The animated sequel will be split into 2 parts, with part 1 premiering on Netflix this July 23rd. The Power of Grayskull, He-Man is having a pop culture moment after Netflix's She-Ra and the Princess of Power ended its 5-season run. I didn't even know that. Oh, there's somebody on there.
I heard a beep there.
Yeah, that was a beep. Yes. Okay.
It's not just you. I heard.
All right. So we got Jake on this. We got Jake on the stream here. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear him, Tim?
Yes.
Okay. So give us a minute or so, Jake. We're gonna wait on Chris. He's got to park. I felt bad for being a parental figure and say don't text and drive, but I feel really, 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 really bad. Something happened and he hurt himself, and it was my fault. So.
Yeah, Jake's beard looks like it's growing out like 3 times the length since I seen him last.
I'm working on my Santa gig.
Is that what it is?
I gotta start eating hard now. Get that table muscle going so I can be the best Santa I can be.
Are you putting like a papaya extract or anything in that beard or something?
That's it. I gotta do something.
There's like an avocado dip or something that makes it grow thicker.
Hummus.
Let me give us just a second here, and Chris will join us here in a minute. He's got to find a place to park. I'm not quite sure, bro. And Chris, if you could let us know if you got the email, that'd be great too. So give me just a second. Let me pull this back up here. So Princess Adam and the World of Eternity are coming back for full force to the limelight with the planned live action movie, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So that's been coming on for 32 years now. But anyway. So where is it? Oh, there's
a Thundercats movie now, aren't they?
They're working on it. All right. So we've got Chris. Chris, can you hear us?
Yes, I can, Mel. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? We're going to do, you've got Jake joining you. We're going to do some He-Man trivia. So what we're going to do is let me close the comments here, so that way you guys can't cheat.
Man, I haven't watched He-Man since I was a kid.
Promise.
Hey,
I see trees going on past Chris's window there. I think he's still driving.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in traffic.
it's okay, man. It's okay.
I live in Charleston, South Carolina now, so traffic is stupid here.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Let me find the. Come on here. Where am I at?
I'm gonna say the first answer is B.
The first answer is B.
Take notes on that one.
Let me hold on just a second, guys. I don't want to do that.
Stout, were you able to make it down to the show this past Saturday?
What's that now?
Did you make it to the mini-con on Saturday?
Oh yeah, I was all over the place.
Oh, good deal.
Bought some slabs. Bought some D&D stuff.
All right.
And
All
then
right,
I
guys.
found out later that you had stuff inside the store, and I didn't even go inside the store. I thought it was all outside.
Oh, well, good deal.
I told Tim I got here a little bit late, and I told him that I must have missed all the beer, the burgers, the steak, the hot dogs, and all that stuff. That must have been gone by the time I got there, about 4:15. So
No beer,
That
no
sounds about
steaks. But we did have a nerd. I call him a Nerd J. Is a DJ that specialized in nerd themed music.
oh,
It was quite interesting.
oh,
I like
well,
it.
ooh, hit my microphone. Okay, so what we got going on, guys, is you got a choice. You can either do a question, or I will pull up a picture of a figure, and you can name the figure or answer the question. And what do you want to do? You want to go to 5, Tim? Best out of 5?
Sure.
Best out
Okay.
of 5 sounds right.
Okay. All right. Best out of 5. So here we go. All right. Since Jake, you were on first, you want a question, or do you want a figure?
A figure.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So here we go.
He said it with a lot of confidence too.
He did. He said it kind of, I don't know if that was authority or like, and that was kind of a,
He announced
over
his
here.
presence with authority.
he did. I was like, hey there, fella. All right. So he wants to do a figure. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So we'll start out with something not, a little less, not hard. So here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. That's
Can you see-
Mechanic.
Okay, so there's one. All right. So Tim, you have to keep score, Tim. Jake's got 1.
Here we go.
All right.
Right, left. There you go.
All right.
throw it on here.
Chris, you want a figure or do you want a question?
Let's try a figure.
Okay. We shall do.
Oh God.
I turned the comments off so you guys can't see the comments.
As a hint, his little sister joined the Teen Titans later.
Oh yeah. I'm lost.
What, do you care to venture a guess just judging by what the figure is?
Ooh, I can't remember. I even had this one and I can't remember the name.
Okay. It's okay. That was Buzz Off. That was Buzz Off. All right. So again, what we say? Best out of 5.
Best out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, we're up
All
1-0
right.
right now.
1-0.
1-0.
All right. So Jake, you want a figure or you want a question?
You know, I think I'll go with a question this time. Keep it mixing it up.
Okay. Let me delete that there. All right. You want to go with a question? All right. Here you go. I'm gonna ask you this because you seem to have some knowledge under that bald head that you got there. All right. So here we go. I am queen and mother to Prince Adam. What is my name?
I believe Adam called her mom.
No, mom.
Oh.
No, mom.
Or you want
I
something
am
more specific?
queen and mother to Prince Adam. What is
No,
my name?
The king was Randor, and the queen was man, I can't think of her name. I'll say Aurora, but I think that was his sister.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
It's not Queen
That is
Mom.
it's Queen Mom, MTV, Queen Mom, MTV. She was Queen Marlena. Marlena. Yeah.
From Earth, if that helps.
All right. So what we'll do the best out of three. We'll do the first one to three. How about
Okay,
that?
that works.
Okay. So Chris, do you want to figure or do you want a question?
Let me try another figure.
Okay. All right. Let me get rid of. We've already used that one. All right. I'm gonna help you out here, Chris. Okay. Now just remember what we talked about.
King Randor.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's Burger King.
Is it having your way to Burger King? All right.
I feel like that could have been a trick question. That was Faker.
It was
Could have been
faker.
Faker. Could have been Faker.
1-1. All right, Jake. You want a question or you want a figure?
I'm gonna go for a figure.
Okay.
Going for the kill here.
Here we go.
Man,
Is it Chuck
is that
Norris?
Blaster?
Is it?
Yeah, I would
You
say
got me.
Blaster. That's my guess. Final answer.
Okay. Well, you were halfway there. It's actually Rio Blast or Rio Blast, however which way you want to pronounce it. But yeah, it was Rio Blast, Rio Blast.
So is that a?
I mean, it's
I'll take half a point. Half a point.
it's
to be fair.
we'll have to give you the
Thumbs down on that one.
Oh,
the thumbs down on that one. It's still tied 1-1. Chris, you want a question or you want a figure?
Let's try a question this time.
Okay. All right. Let me.
And Sherry Lacey would have won all these. Would have answered all these questions without missing Hitch.
All right. He-Man made his TV debut in what year?
1983.
Boom! It's 2-1. It is 2-1. Chris, you got that correct, buddy.
that's a
2-1.
good guess. I was like, wow.
Yeah, very good guess.
Man, honestly, I just watched a toy documentary on He-Man about 3 weeks ago, so that I can remember a little bit of that stuff.
That's pretty
Toys
good.
That made us.
Yeah. 1918. Are you okay over there?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, it's really loud now.
Okay. All right. So it's 2-1 in Chris's favor. Jake, do you want a question or do you want a figure?
Let's try another question.
Okay. All right. How many seasons was there of Masters of the Universe on TV? How many seasons?
I'm gonna guess 5.
That is incorrect. It's actually 2, and I'll tell you why. This is what's misleading about that. Is that I didn't know this until actually today I was telling him about it. He-Man dropped an episode every day instead of the traditional one a week like on a Saturday. So that's why there's over 100 shows, but they were only on until 1985.
It just felt like forever.
Yeah, it honestly felt like forever. I think there was like 130 episodes. So, but yeah, they dropped one every day. Yeah, I don't think
Probably-
I didn't know that.
Probably just enough
I didn't
episodes so it could actually go into syndication.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It started in 1983 and ended in 85. Chris is still up 2-1. Chris, you want a figure? Or you want a question?
Let's try another figure.
This is for the kill right here.
All right. Here we go.
I want you to be some obscure figure from like She-Ra or something.
No. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This one.
I remember the gold fist too. Oh man, I can't remember. I want to say something like Fujitsu or something like that.
That's the answer.
Yeah. I mean, it's. Well, you know what? I'm going to be fair because I didn't.
There's nothing.
Give me 1 second because I think his name is actually Jitsu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just straight Jitsu. So I'm gonna be fair to Jake because Jake got half his right. And
those half points would have made all the difference.
Kobe Cooper said that was Mr. T on a bad day. All right, so I'm gonna be fair.
Thanos before he turned purple.
That's right. Jake, you want a question or do you want a figure?
I'm gonna go for a figure.
Okay.
Holy hell, who is that? Like I say, we have a pretty extensive inventory of He-Man. I've never had this one.
Was this guy in He-Man? Actually, I don't think I've ever seen him before.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's not Serpentor, so let's go for King Hiss.
Boom, that is correct.
All right.
Is it really?
Correct. Yes, it's King. The reason what it is underneath it. He's the snake underneath it.
Oh. Well,
Most people are used to seeing just the snake underneath it, but he actually came like that. That comes off.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah. I actually have that at home.
That was a total guess, is all I'm saying. That was a
Wow.
Hopefully that was a total Google guess. He's got some people in the background tossing him some. All right, so it's 2-2, guys.
Something.
It's 2-2, guys. All right. Let me make sure there are no more comments. Okay. 2-2. We're coming down to the wire, and I've got one figure left, and I've got 3 questions left. 2-2. Chris, you want a figure or you want a question?
Question.
Okay. Now, when I put this up there, bear in mind that it is relative to He-Man, okay? He-Man's twin sister. She was She-Ra, but what was her actual name?
Aurora?
That is very, very close. It's actually Adora. Huh?
I zoned out for a second. What?
Yeah, he said Aurora, like the city in Illinois. It's close, but it was actually Adora. With a D.
I think we're experiencing our own real life Mandela effect right now.
I think I just watched a death match where Wonder Woman whooped up on her.
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. 2-2. We got 2 questions left, and we got 1 figure left.
Let's go for a question.
Okay, Tim, what you can do, Tim, is if it comes down to it, we'll have a tiebreaker. Think of a tiebreaker.
Oh, God help us.
Come on, Tim. You want you have a toy, basically a toy store.
Yeah.
Puff says Adora the Explorer. Yes, she was the Explorer. Okay. Here we go. You say question. I'm sorry, Jake. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is for the mojo. What is the name of Skeletor's evil kitty?
I think that was Panther.
That is correct.
Right.
That is correct. Panther. That is correct. Now we don't have any bells or whistles or anything to crown you the champion. But you did win. You did win.
And Jake is
And
right now being attacked by Panther Junior.
what we'll do, get with Tim. Are you? Is he local?
Jake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You can stop by the store, pick him up. I got him. We got him here at the store, and just come by and Tim will give it to you. And thank you for both for playing with us, participating, answering some questions.
I should say I have the power.
That's right. He's got the kitty power. He's right there. We got to see. You got to see your cat's rear end. You know they look like pizza flavored combos. Cats do from the back.
That's it. My cat is definitely in love with me.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, stop by the store, and we'll Tim will hook you up with that Battle Cat and He-Man figure. And what you guys can do too here. Let me pull this up real quick before you guys go. So what we're going to do, and Chris, you got another chance to win.
Oh, cool.
This is an original Evil Lynn figure with her staff. And what we're going to do, just like we've done before, is after we get off here, share it, share this podcast, and Tim and I will go back and randomly select someone to win this original Evil Lynn figure. And we're gonna.
Sweet.
Are you gonna boost this as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll boost
So
it,
this will be boosted for 2 weeks, and then next week we'll announce not next week, but next Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, but two Tuesdays from now.
Yeah.
We'll announce the winner here. We'll do it live. You still, and you got to let us know too, Tim, whenever you get done boosting the last one for the X-Files ones.
Yeah, I was a little late getting the last one boosted, so we're a little behind getting the winner tallied up for that one.
Tim is
Again,
slipping.
I'm slacking again. So.
Slacking. Tim's a slacker. But hey, Chris, it was good to see you. Stay safe there in South Carolina. And Jake, thanks for coming on. Chris, thanks for coming on. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Jake, come by and get your stuff. Okay?
Jake, we'll see you soon, sir.
Thanks for having me. See you, buddy.
All right.
And there we go.
Yes, let me kick Jake here. I'll tell you what though, let me turn the comments back on so you can see.
That was a hard fought battle right there, I think.
It was. It honestly was. Let me turn the comments back on. There we go. All right, so you can see the comments again, Tim.
I got back to comments.
Yeah, thanks, Jake, for doing that, man. You know, we try to be creative and give some stuff away. Hey, thank you for coming on. Yeah, absolutely. Can you see the comments now, Tim?
I can.
You say yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Yeah. Thanks for participating. I had fun with that. Honestly, I didn't. There was a couple of times where I really thought that neither one of you guys would get an answer, and you shocked the crap out of me.
See, like the Jitsu, I always thought his name was Jujitsu. So
You know what?
it's close, but
Yeah.
like if you watch the toys that made this episode of He-Man, the way they came with a lot of the toy names was really unique. They just said, okay, he's a fish with a head, so we're going to call him a man with a fish head, so we're going to call him Fish Head. They weren't really creative about the names whatsoever. So,
Well, they were probably just trying to push that crap out of there, just to get
out
on.
as quick as they could.
Well, if you think about this in the early '80s and probably the late '70s, but more specifically, well, the creative minds were coming together in the late '70s, but they wanted to get that crap out in the early '80s because you had He-Man reducing its size to 3 3/4 from 12 inches, and you had Star Wars figures that were rolling, and you had like Black Star, even though
Which Mego passed on Star Wars.
Oh wow.
Mego passed on Star Wars. I mean, think about that. Mego doesn't exist anymore other than in the retro alley of Target. that's a toy line that would have completely saved that company. But
Yeah.
they thought there's no future in this.
No.
Talk about bad decisions. Bad
Well,
corporate decisions.
they say that a lot of people looked at Star Wars like, it's just something stupid and it's never going to work. I mean, because to be fair
Yeah,
with
oh,
that
yeah.
mentality, Star Trek was what, 2 seasons with William Shatner anyway.
Yeah, 3 seasons.
Was it 3
3
seasons?
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't last very. A lot of people don't realize the Star Trek with the original cast with Shatner.
Yeah.
There were more movies made with that cast than there were seasons of the television
Yeah.
show itself.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
I just read a pretty it was a short interview that someone had done with Shatner here a few weeks ago,
hmm
and he's 90.
What?
Shatner is 90,
Wow.
and that just blows me away. I mean, he's 90.
You know what?
He's old.
I watch a lot of History Channel, and I love the show Ancient Aliens. I watch it even the reruns. I fall asleep to them. He I think it's earlier this season, he was actually on Ancient Aliens, and so he's sitting at the
'Cause he's
table.
ancient.
He is ancient. He was sitting at the table, and he had all the guys with him from the show. There's 6 or 7 guys, and he's just drilling them with questions. And I came away with it like Shatner really isn't much upon the alien idea that aliens exist, because he was just dropping bombs, question after question after question, and he was challenging everything that would come to him and say, "Well, if this is how come this," and blah 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 blah. So it was kind of cool to see someone from a fictional
Mhm.
setting have a conversation about nonfiction
Mhm.
with people who believe, as opposed to someone who was reading a script.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
Do you remember the old Leonard Nimoy hosted In Search of?
It's they actually have a new version of that. I
Yeah,
believe.
with Quentin. What's his name? The guy that played Spock in the last
Yeah,
one.
well, yeah. I know who that is. Yeah,
I can never pronounce his name. Quentin something. But yeah, the original ones were really cool because Nimoy had this big furry eyebrows.
oh yeah.
You remember those? And then the music was just, he had that deep resonating voice.
hmm
And they're just, I mean, I was just fascinated just by watching him on the show more than I would, the really bad footage of Nessie or something like that.
Well,
Growing Up was one of my favorite shows.
he's scary in itself.
Nimoy
Puff
was
said
very scary.
Lee Christopher, had to refrain from calling his street name, his hood name. He says that William Shatner could be alien. It's very possible. He says he's ready for another mini con, by the way.
Yeah, I think we all had a good time there. I think he did really well. I think he had to actually call in for backup. I think he sold out. So
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. But yeah, the before I forget, the new Masters of the Universe television cartoon. Kevin Smith is redoing. It's coming out on Netflix on July 23rd. Excuse me, July 23rd. It will include Mark Hamill as Skeletor, Game of Thrones Lena Headey as Evil Lynn, Buffy the Vampire Slayer's Sarah Michelle Gellar as Tila, Clueless star, this one got me, Alicia Silverstone as
where has
Queen
she been
Marlena.
for 30 years.
Yeah, I guess she's been. I don't know. Maybe she gets checks from Aerosmith videos. I don't
Or Clueless, yeah.
know. Yeah.
Or Batman, maybe.
Oh, please don't. She's as Queen Marlena. Iconic Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy as Merman and the original voice of Skeletor. Alan Oppenheimer now in the role of Mossman.
Yeah, I read that, and I wonder if there's any sort of animosity there toward Luke Hamill from Oppenheimer, for knocking him out of that Skeletor role.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I'd be a little offended.
Yeah, I mean, I got busted down, what, Merman or Mossman?
Yeah,
I mean, from the lead of Skeletor, his voice is iconic as Skeletor, but now we're gonna bring in old Mr. Mark Hamill. Because he's got weight, because he's got weight.
Right.
I'm gonna be Merman. Thanks for the cookies, buddy. Thanks a lot.
I mean, I honestly, I would be offended. I really would be offended at the fact that, number one, it'd be different if I'm sure to some capacity they approached him. Now I don't know if they walked up to him and was like, "Hey, we really want you to be a part of this, but we can't have
But
you reprise your role."
Mark's so much better at that villainous voice than you ever were. We're gonna bring Mark in for this.
I mean, he did the
Can you come in on
Joker.
Saturday?
Can you take the demotion and do Moss Man, please?
I mean, nothing against Hamill. Hamill does a great villainous voice. I mean, he's a better Joker than he is Luke Skywalker. There,
Yeah.
I said it. He's a better Joker than he is a Luke Skywalker.
They are though. They're going to have
There,
a
Jake.
a kid Masters of the Universe cartoon as well for the kids at the same time. So let
Now,
me.
do you have a screenshot of that or anything? Because I really hope they don't do that like they did the Thundercats.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm sorry. I
uh,
actually have
rebrand.
pictures.
Take it back.
I actually have pictures. Hold on. Let me pull them up. This is the Kevin Smith version, by the way. That's obviously the
I see it.
Skeletor.
I mean, have you ever read any Kevin Smith written comic books?
No, I haven't.
They're dark and they're very adult and not and they're very adult in nature. They have, I mean, he's an adult writing books for adults to read.
Hmm.
I mean, so when you say he's doing a He-Man, as an adult, I'm thinking yes, but I'm thinking, is this also the kind of He-Man I want my kids to watch? So that might be why they're bringing out
What
the
you're
He-Man
absolutely
as well
right.
as-
Yeah.
as
So
well, yeah.
this is probably why they have the like you said, the version of the kids.
Yeah.
So because to be honest with you, you having the two shows kind of at the same time is if your son were a little bit younger, Christopher Bowe says the new Thundercats was terrible.
Oh, it was.
I didn't even give it a chance.
It was. I think they modeled after Clarence, or one of the really popular kids cartoons that are out now. I think it's Clarence or Gumball. They modeled after Gumball. If you ever watched that,
They kind of look like anime a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't. I couldn't give it a go. But no, but you're absolutely right. That's why they have two different versions. Because it'd be like if your son was a little bit younger, and you say, hey, this is my child hood, but this is going to be a little bit darker. So here is your version, and you watch that, and then I'll enjoy this the way it should be.
yeah, the little on the former DC streaming channel. It's been combined over something else. It's over HBO Max now, I think. But there's a Harley Quinn cartoon that was on for a while.
Mhm.
And me and my 8-year-old sit down to watch it. Well, the 7-year-old sitting down to watch it, and I'm thinking Harley Quinn. They've been playing Harley Quinn up as a kid-friendly character here a lot lately. I mean, she started out in Batman the animated series. So I'm thinking more kid-friendly kind of Harley Quinn show.
Yeah.
Definitely was not kid-friendly whatsoever. Dropped the F-bomb 4 times in the first 5 minutes. A lot of it's. Yeah, Kobe's right. Harley Quinn show is amazing, not for kids. It's just definitely not for kids. Looks like it should be for kids, but definitely not for kids.
Well,
So-
that's Moss Man, by the way. It kind of looks like Swamp Thing a little bit, but no, nowadays they're making a lot of things geared more toward adults
Yeah,
because it's our generation,
that's driving this stuff.
yeah, and that's making our childhood into adulthood. Because if you go back now and watch the original He-Man cartoon, it's pretty bad.
Because a lot of times I'll have people approach me and they're like, "Well, this is what you need to, let's do this promotion and get the kids inside your store," because they think, well, you sell toys and comics, and they think my target audience is a 11 to 14-year-old kid, and in reality, my target audience is a 35 to 45-year-old
Sure,
adult male.
absolutely.
That's who grew up on this stuff. Now they got expendable income. They're wanting this stuff back.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, I see that why they're doing the cartoon. I'm really happy they're doing a kids cartoon with it along with it, because not only does it, the adult cartoon also obviously caters to the adult collector, but the kid cartoon opens it up to those kids will start looking fondly, in 20 years. Look, oh, I
It,
remember
it's
those
what
videos
it's
from that.
it's just like
They're
Teen
building their
Titans.
brand. Yeah, yeah, they're building their brand to hold up for the next 20 years, not just
Yeah,
letting it fall on our
sure.
group. They're
Yeah,
building it, which is fantastic.
yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of, and my guess is that's probably why they've been releasing the retro figures
Hmm.
so that the newer kids can see, oh, what is that? And then you're walking through, with your kid. Oh man, I used to have that, and the kid's going to want to spark some interest in it just because you know what it is.
Hmm.
So this is Chris says, I have faith that Kevin Smith will do the new He-Man justice. Yeah, I me too. These are actual pictures. These are stills from his version that's coming out on Netflix on July 23rd. This is his version of it, by the way. I do too. I like the look of the sorceress right there.
I like her look, but He-Man's look definitely gives that mentality that dumb looks are still free.
This is He-Man right there. He-Man, of course. Now
That's
I
kids
like
kids version.
this. Yeah, this is no, this is actually what I got from Kevin Smith.
Oh,
So
really?
so my guess is that he took the muscles out of Adam.
Hmm.
That's what it looks like to me. It kind of looks like Zelda, but he took
Yeah,
the muscles out of Adam because when you think about it, Adam looked the same as He-Man.
he's just as big as He-Man.
Oh, you're good. You come on. Um,
Hold on a second.
but no, He-Man is kind of like Superman. It's the same thing, you can't be an idiot and not notice that Clark Kent is Superman. It's the same freaking thing. So Adam looked exactly like He-Man, and the whole time I'm thinking, you mean to tell me that nobody can't tell that He-Man is Adam, that Adam is He-Man? So it's kind of cool the way he shrunk him down and made him kind of go big like Captain America.
What's the other character that from comics that cartoons at least their alter ego is a huge monster versus them just being the Hulk, I guess.
Yeah,
He starts as Bruce Banner and a small, Riley kind of guy, and gets fired up and he's the Hulk.
yeah. I mean, look at Tila. Tila. Honestly, Tila's kind of scary right there. I hope that's just a. She's kind of.
She looks like oh the woman that played the lead in House of Cards.
She looks scary.
She looks scary.
See that she does look scary. Real quick before we go, because I know you gotta get moving. Real quick, the Eternals are set to come out. Let me pull that up real quick. Let me read that really quickly here.
I haven't had a chance to watch this trailer yet, but I am excited about it because, again, Marvel takes a less popular title, a more obscure title, and I think they're going to turn it into a juggernaut. So
Mm, I think so too. This is let me see who it's starring here. It's got Angelina Jolie in it. Hold on.
unless, of course, it goes the route of the Inhumans, which was canceled before it ever really took off.
All right, here we go. It's got forgive me if I say this wrong. Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Kumail. I'm not even going to attempt to do that one. Leah McHugh, Brian Tyree Henry. I always wanted like a cool middle name. I don't have a middle name. True story. I don't have one.
Name?
I do not have a middle name. So I often make one up. It's usually like 3 or 4 middle names. I often say like I'll joke at work and say I'm Melvin Denzel Washington Kreider. And so I always wanted like a long name like that. Brian Tyree Henry, Lauren Ridloff, Barry Cogan, Don Lee, with Kit Harington, Selma Hayek.
That is Kit Harington there in front, isn't it?
I guess, yeah. You got me. I don't even know who that is.
What? Get out of here.
What's it's Kit a man or a woman?
He's a man. He's a manly man.
He's the what?
He's a manly man.
A Mandy
A
man.
manly man.
Oh, Manly Man.
Man.
Manly Man. Okay.
Game
Me,
of
me,
Thrones?
me. I don't do. I
You
don't.
never
I
watched
don't.
Game of Thrones?
No.
Man.
It's got Kit Harrington, Kit Manly Man Harrington, uh,
I
Selma
seriously,
Hayek.
I need to give you my HBO password so you can catch up on some of this stuff.
Yeah. Selma Hayek and Angelina Jolie is who they've got in that. Yeah, yeah.
I haven't had a chance to watch the Bad Kobe. I haven't had a chance to watch the Bad Batch yet. It's on my watch list. The currently we're watching. The girlfriend and I are watching a lot of Law and Order, and a lot of murder mystery kind of documentaries. When she goes to sleep, then I can go back and watch the Bad Batch. So,
Jake says that Danger is his middle name.
of course, it is.
Danger is his middle name. There's a new Willy Wonka movie coming out. This is it right here. There's a new Willy Wonka movie coming out, played by, it'll be a younger Wonka.
It will fail.
It's played by
You can't beat Gene Wilder. It will fail.
Timothy Chalamet to play young Willy Wonka in Warner Brothers movie. Let me get this. It's a musical based on the early life of Willy Wonka.
It's not Gene Wilder. It will fail.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Gene Wilder is the man, is the man. Well, hey, Kobe said it's a great man. He goes, I will see you guys next Tuesday, but we're out of time as well, and we'll hey, don't forget. Let me pull this back up here. Let me make the screen a little bigger. Oh goodness, Stretch Armstrong. You have a Stretch Armstrong around here at one point, didn't you?
I did it one time. It wasn't original. It's one of the reissues.
I like from the 90s.
Yeah.
It's still good though.
I had one from the 70s. My sister stabbed it with scissors. They bleed this orange, clearish goo.
They come back to.
She just yeah.
Well, that was love, is what it was.
Yeah, it was definitely love.
It was love. Hey, we want to thank Chris and Jake for participating in our He-Man giveaway. I had fun. I thought that was awesome. Chris and Jake seemed like they had fun. That's a good thing. And don't forget to share this podcast.
Share, share to everyone, and we're gonna get.
And you will enter in for a chance to win. I'm the camera right here. This original Evil Lynn figure. I think it's from '83. I think is what it is. I can't see on the leg anymore.
It looks like she's been using the same suntan lotion as Donald Trump was using. Has that kind of orange.
It's possible. It's possible. But this is the original. It's either 83 or 84. My eyes have gotten worse over the years. I used to be able just to look at a figure, like inside the thigh or whatever, and tell I can't do that anymore. So it's either 83 or 84.
You're looking inside the thigh for the figure for the date.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Correct.
You want to know how old your date is? Just ask to look inside on their thigh, their inner thigh. There's a date
Carter
there.
Next time, man.
Yeah. Share this post, share this video, share this podcast, and you'll enter yourself in for a chance to win this original He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Evil Lynn figure. And we'll do that for 2 weeks and then announce the winner on 2 weeks from now when Tim and I come back. So, and again, we want to thank Jake and we want to thank Christopher Bowe. Could be earlier than 83 toys. That is true. The toys came out in 81. But I think the original series, though, just had He-Man, Skeletor.
It was very limited, yeah.
Yeah, it was very limited. And then the second batch had like Man-at-Arms. And I think Teela may have been one of the originals. But Evil Lynn, I think she was a later one. But Chris is right. I'll have to get a magnifying glass or get a young child with the eyes of a hawk that can read, because my eyes are awful. I can still drive and things like that, but eyes are bad. So we will see you guys here in 2 weeks. Don't forget to share this. And Tim, you got anything?
We'll see you soon. Don't forget, we have the third floor comics auction coming up Wednesday night on third floor with the 3. Lots of good books on it. And, of course, Friday night, I'll be returning back with the third floor comics Friday night live sale. Lots
All
of good
right.
books coming up on it as well.
Good deal. Good deal. We'll see you guys here in 2 weeks. And thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us and watching us and participating. It's always awesome.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.